Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. Good day. Deep State sends a coded message. Incoming Facebook. All right, whether or not it's true, we'll see.
And we can also see that certain operatives, they are sending coded messages back and forth. And I do believe this has to do with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And we'll be getting into that in just a minute. But first, I wanted to start off with Q's post 1374. And Q, this is back on May 15, 2018, said the following. What do you notice? They all drop hints they are considering future elected positions. Why? Claim interference, attack on opposition party, protection. Can you serve from jail? Q. Now, Q is saying that a lot of people who are corrupt, they're going to be running for the presidential election, which they think is going to protect them from everything. And when we start to look at who is running and how many people are running for the 2020.
Wow, this is big news. Look at this. They're saying that a lot of people are going to run for the 2020 presidential election and think that's going to protect them.
Presidential
But
election.
they're going to
It
find
is
out they're wrong.
unbelievable. There's 142 Democratic candidates compared to Republican, which there are 60.
Wow, 142 Democratic people running for president. 142 versus 64 in the Republican.
64.
Unreal.
And you can see it's Kirsten Gillibrand, Julian Castro, Tulsi Gabbard, Tom Steyer, John Delaney, Elizabeth Warren, and as of January 2019, the following politicians and public figures have been discussed as potential candidates for the 2020 Democratic presidential nomination. Joe Biden, Michael Bloomberg, Cory Booker, Jerry Brown, Hillary Clinton, Bill de Blasio, Andrew Gillum, Kamala Harris, Maggie.
The list goes on and on.
Pokes holes in Schiff's claims that Bruce Orr didn't brief the FBI on his contacts with Steele and the dossier until after the election and after the initial Pfizer warrant was obtained on Carter Page. Now, if you remember, Nunes, he released a FISA memo, and Adam Schiff went crazy over this, and he concocted this 10-page junk counter memo, which was released in February of last year. And he tried to counter everything that Devin Nunes was saying. But if you look on page 7 of Schiff's junk memo, he lied about the timeline of Orr's contacts with the FBI officials. And if we go down to page 7 in the memo, it says the majority's reference to Bruce Orr is misleading.
Again, all these things, Bruce Orr lied out his teeth on the dates on these things. All these things are going to come back and bite these people in the butt with these military tribunals. Now we talk about the bill that has the back pay for these 800,000.
This is going to move forward. Trump, he has signed a bill giving federal workers back pay, so the 800,000 federal employees will be compensated for wages lost or work performed during the partial government shutdown.
And you notice that the news has not even covered that. Not even covered that. That he's already signed a bill to get them their back pay. I tell you, our media sucks.
And this
our
was
national
done
media sucks.
In a closed room, closed to the media, and the House and the Senate had voted to give the workers back pay whenever the federal government reopens. So they're really not going to lose any of their money. They're going to get it all when they come back to work. So Pelosi is out there, and we discussed this yesterday, she said the State of the Union is off because of security concerns. And then, of course, DHS and the Secret Service says, no, we can protect everyone. It's not really a big deal. And you know that this really wasn't the issue. She was trying to use this to explain away why she was canceling the State of the Union. And then, of course, she had to respond to DHS and Secret Service, and she pretty much told the reporters, I don't care what they said. Makes no difference to me. I don't care. And she stood firm on canceling the State of the Union until the government reopens. Now, what's very interesting, there are some Democrats that want to negotiate. They want to negotiate the border wall deal with Trump. Pelosi is stopping everyone from doing this. And Trump said that Nancy Pelosi won't let Dems negotiate a border deal.
Notice that. Pelosi won't let Dems negotiate a border deal. She's the rat in this whole mess, and she's using her full power to stop this. She actually needs to be impeached or stepped down or legally gotten to, and I think that's coming. I think you're going to see this coming. It's her husband and her bank deals. I think she's going to be one that is going to be up in the military tribunals and courts. Would not surprise me. Again, we'll get this full message on here in just a second. I'll give you a resource to this whole thing. Very interesting.
Union address. Trump sent a letter to Nancy Pelosi, and the letter goes as follows. Due to the shutdown, I am sorry to inform you that your trip to Brussels, Egypt, and Afghanistan has been postponed. We will reschedule this 7-day excursion when the shutdown is over. In light of the...
Oh, President Trump said this to Pelosi. Her 7-day trip to Egypt and other places, this is not going to happen. And this is on January 17th today. Very wow. Wow, this is fantastic.
The 800,000 great American workers not receiving pay. I am sure you would agree that postponing this public relations event is totally appropriate. I also feel that during this period, it would be better if you were in Washington negotiating with me and joining the strong border security movement to end the shutdown. Obviously, if you would like to make your journey by flying commercial, that would certainly be your prerogative. Now, she was going to use the Air Force to fly to these countries. So Trump waited until they were all on board the bus, Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, and the rest. He waited until they were driving to catch the plane. I think it was between 3 or 3:30. And he shut them down while they were all on the bus.
Way to go, Trump. This guy is one masterful man. Shut them down on the bus. They're not going anywhere.
The bus is just driving around. I think they're quite embarrassed, and they don't want the reporters to see them, and they don't want to talk to the reporters. Now, they can fly commercial. That's not a big deal. They just have to pay for it out of their own pockets, which most likely they might not do. Maybe they will. Who knows? But what's very interesting about all this is that Judicial Watch back in July 21st of 2011 came across something very, very interesting. They uncovered documents detailing Pelosi's use of Air Force aircraft for her family in 2010.
Wow.
Let me read a portion of this. Judicial Watch, the public interest group that investigates and prosecutes government corruption, announced that it has obtained new documents from the United States Air Force detailing then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's use of the United States Air Force aircraft in 2010. The records obtained through the Freedom of Information Act, which includes flight manifests, expense summaries, copies of receipts, and congressional correspondence, detail a number of trips made by Speaker Pelosi in 2010, including family members. And I believe that Trump waited for the exact moment because timing is everything. Why didn't he do this way before? Why didn't he shut this down? Because it's better to wait. Just like we're waiting for the declassification of FISA, just like we're waiting for all the arrests, because timing is everything. You want the biggest impact. Now, here is an update on the caravan.
We're going to end it here. We'll talk about the caravan later. Wow, that is terrific. It just tickles me pink. We'll give you a full link to this. Incredible reporting by this group. Again, this is Roger Mark from Billings, Montana.